Let's pull up this story here. This is big news. CNBC reports Ye's deal to buy conservative social media app Parler is called off. Conservative social media company Parler said Thursday its deal to be bought by Ye has been called off. The rapper, formerly known as Kanye West, agreed to buy the app in October for an undisclosed amount. Ye has made repeated public anti-Semitic comments in recent months, and several business partnerships involving the musician have been terminated. I don't know exactly why. They say, quote, the company has mutually agreed with Ye to terminate the intent of sale of Parler. The app's parent company said in a statement, this decision was made in the interest of both parties in mid-November. Parler will continue to pursue future opportunities for growth and the evolution of the platform for our vibrant community. He brought this up in the pre-show. Mm-hmm. He said something negative about it. Like, I forgot what it was. He was asking you about...
Like they're trying to unload it off of me. Like, are they trying to... he was talking to, I think it was Nick.
It was me. No, it was me.
Okay.
And Tim. He was asking us what
even
we
before that, he was talking to Nick before you even came in, when you were talking about federating Parler, because you came up, you're like, the Federation, fractals, break the code, and all the stuff that you always say. But before that, he was like, do you think they're trying to just offload this on me and put it on me?
I didn't have enough details. I didn't know how to answer him, and I don't know if they were trying to sell him 100% of the company or if they just wanted to buy in at 30% as a figurehead. I don't know the details. What I think happened here is Adidas his money disappeared, so he doesn't have the money to buy Parler now, and that's probably why he ended the deal.
I think he said he still had $400 million.
But because he has a third of his value, he's like, now this is going to become 700% of my expected investment.
But
instead
Adidas
of 100%.
is demanding $250 million and put a hold on his account, and the IRS is demanding $50 million.
So he's not in a place to spend $400 million on a social network yet.
Plus the divorce, plus lawyers, plus fees.
That's my guess. My guess is that he just ran out of funds in the moment.
Breach of contract rules that probably a lot of the other companies that he's working with also have.
Didn't he also say that Adidas was going to buy the name off of him?
Yeah, they were going to start basically making the Yeezy shoes.
No, but they said they were going to buy the name so they could keep using it.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember
that.
But I think they also announced that they're going to release the same shoes, just not with his name on it.
But then, that's why I'm saying I'm pretty sure he said in the pre-show that they're trying to buy the name from him, like basically give him a lump sum, cut him out.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, if you're listening, you probably did the right thing by not buying it. Like, Elon lives and breathes Twitter right now. He sleeps in the office. And if you're a CEO of a tech company, you got to meet Bill Altman at Minds. 10, 12 hours a day, that guy, for the last 12 years. That is his life, is Minds. And you need to be like that if you want to be a successful CEO of a tech company.
Well, and this is what I think about, like, the future of digital media, and that's why I look what Tim is doing is so important, because, like, all these cable channels are dying. They die, like, really quick. But I believe the future will be like how they have an audio-only RSS feed, that soon there'll be a video-only, like a video RSS feed, and you'll be able to pick a platform and you'll be able to choose which content you want. So whether it's any sort of video or it's audio-only, I think that will be the future, because, the media that we have today where people are paying for, their cable like it is, I think that's going to die really soon.
We're working on technology with the foundation that I'm starting, where you'll have your own software packet that you can upload video to, ideally, Rumble or your own server or something. When we launch it, it's going to be pretty alpha. And then the idea is you'll be able to see your Mind stuff, your Twitter, your Rumble, maybe your Parler, maybe not. I don't know if they're going to open source their code.
Tim, what are you smiling about?
I'm looking at those chips, just thinking about...
Oh, he's ready to do it. Because we spent an hour talking about Kanye. We got to go insane for the Ukraine already. Wait, okay, we can do it. So
I wasn't...
So what's the timer? No, we're going to do it. We can wait. We got to wait.
You have three.
Let's wait a little bit. I know, I got three. We're going to go. I'll eat a three-piece
You're eating all
combo.
three of those?
Well, we'll see.
Okay, hold on.
Last time
You guys were having a good conversation, and I'm just chilling. I didn't want to interrupt because I was
Tim
laughing.
had this smile on his face. No, we're talking about the future of digital media. But
so you guys were talking about the future of digital media. I think it's very important. And while you were talking, I looked over and saw that we have 3 of those crazy blue fire chips. And I was just thinking about the last time Alex ate one, and it was hilarious. And so Alex is like, "What are you laughing about?" And I don't want to derail the conversation.
A picture of
Ian
that
has one too. You have one too, Ian.
Is Ian going to do it as well?
Ian has to.
No, see, but I'll do it again. I'm not afraid. See, I'm a pimp on a blimp, so
These
I'm not
are bad
afraid
chemicals.
To do it. No. And no,
blue ones
that's
in here, man. Stay away.
The worst. I love that one.
That
The
stuff's
blue
made
one
from oil.
Sunflower oil's bad.
Ooh, that's
Safflower oil bad.
That's
all
the
bad,
good one. Yeah,
bad
the
blue one is
inflammatory. Very.
You want to watch out for these.
What are they saying in the chat? We're looking at it, guys. We're going. Blue in the chat. So you guys want me to do a 2-piece?
I think we should put these in a case on the wall.
Let me see. Let's we got some more stuff we can talk about. I don't want to derail you guys.
You can
man.
see the aftermath of Alex's first blue chip fiesta on Twitter. I think it's Alex Stein 99, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it was insane for the Ukraine, like I keep saying. But okay, yeah, real quick before I eat this, but what do you guys think about all the money that we're giving to the Ukraine? Do you think that will ever stop? And do you think we're going to go into World War III? Because I know you're Mr. Civil War. So, or what about World War III? Are you now Mr. World War III?
So after today, so this morning I tweeted, I think Ye could be president. Mm-hmm. And so I had so we were putting together the Green Room episode. It finished rendering this morning. We watched it, started having a conversation with my brother about what happened. And I was like, a lot of what happened feels like 2016 playbook with Trump. And my brother was like, you really think he could get elected president after saying this stuff about Jewish people? And I was like, I don't know, but the media reported that Trump said Mexicans were all rapists, right, and that he wanted to ban, he had a Muslim ban and all that stuff, and he still gets votes. So I wonder if this is a maximized press strategy. And so then when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm not going to underestimate this guy. I mean, this dude summons a private jet, snap of a fingers kind of guy. And I said that. And then he went on Alex Jones's show. And then I said, okay, well, boy, was I wrong about that, because he went off. However, I tweeted, I'm gonna keep this tweet up, eat this one, because boy, was I wrong about that. There are a lot of people that are like, you're wrong about a lot of things. I'm like, yes, I acknowledge that, absolutely. But then someone said, I don't know, man, you might have been right the first time, because this everything's like going crazy and breaking down. Like, this past week has been nuts.
Yeah.
The past month has been just weird and crazy. It seems like everything's just getting crazier and crazier.
Do you think that's weird that the Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs, can certify our own election in a contentious place where the machines broke down the day of the election? You think there's anything like, tinfoil hatty, conspiratorial about that? No, I mean...
I do.
And when, let's just say, the only election that was more fair and accurate than the 2020 election was the 2022 election. Oh, and I want to say this. This is another thing, and I know this is probably an unpopular opinion in the conservative world, but because I'm truly a populist, and it's not really what I want, it's what the people want. But everybody's like, oh, in the conservative, we gotta get Dr. Oz. We need Dr. Oz. And I'm like, are you idiots smoking weed or something? We need Fetterman Lurch. This guy's a content king, dude. We got Jersey Giselle in there. They're gonna have all kinds of talk about drama. You think Marjorie Taylor Greene is interesting? You think AOC? Wait till Lurch is up in there. He can barely wear a tie. He's got a thing growing out of his neck the size of freaking Jupiter. I mean, the guy's insane. So I love you. Congratulations, Mr. Fetterman.
What about Walker? What about Herschel
Senator
Walker?
Fetterman, excuse me.
Are you excited about Walker?
Yeah.
Well, and this is the other thing with Herschel. This is the only thing that bugs me is like, yeah, I mean, the people are like, oh, he does better in the debate, this and that. Warnock's the worst because I hate these guys that act like they're pastors, but then they're pro-choice. Like, give me a break. Like, I get why some people are pro-choice. I'm not. I'm against abortion. I think it's terrible personally, but I hate when these pastors are like, oh, I love Jesus. I love Jesus, but I think, you should be able to, have abortion. I just think that goes against God, so that's the worst. But I just don't like that freaking my man Herschel Walker just can't be like, yeah, I had an abortion, I did some stuff. Come on. I mean, I changed my mind. Because this is what life is. Life is about the freaking caterpillar becoming the butterfly. We're all supposed to change. We're not supposed to be the same. And there's something that's actually likable about that. Somebody that can go from bad to good. So, I don't know. I just don't like when they lie. And guys, let me tell you something. This is another thing. Idolizing a politician is like thinking the stripper actually likes you.
Yep.
You got no chance. Herschel Walker's not going to save your butt. Dr. Oz ain't going to save you. Katie Hobbs, she certainly, Carrie Lake's great. They say she's going to be Trump's VP. Give me a break. Should be my queen, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I'm just saying it's all fake and lame, and I hate to say it, transsexual at this point because nothing matters. Like, both sides, it's rigged against us. And I really have no faith in the system. So I think it's just about being civilly disobedient and having a good life, a life that once it gets as big as Kanye, they can take away from you in an instant. So treat your life like that and just enjoy it.
I agree with a lot of that, the civil disobedience stuff. This is why I said it feels like things are getting crazier and crazier. It's just like the news cycle is more and more absurd every single day.
Yep.
I think that we're in the apocalypse and the second coming of Christ is upon us.
That's
in
a
way.
bold
But the-
statement.
But
That's
the news cycle too has been a little slow in the fact that, I mean, I'm not saying that as a disrespect to you, the fact that you're leading it, but it's like we're like starving for news, like, you know, because they don't want to talk about the elephant in the room, like, you know, the Epstein, excuse me, not Epstein, you're talking about the Hunter Biden laptop. Like, there's other stuff they want to talk about, but they want to talk about Kanye all day long because it's basically like
He's like Trump.
Yeah.
There's a revolution.
He's like Trump.
There's a revolution happening in China right now.
Exactly
At the
right.
Foxconn
And Iran and all over,
factory.
dude.
I mean, there's so many important things that we could be talking about. Health, obesity levels are increasing to such dangerous levels. Sperm levels are going down to where people in a few decades will need to have assisted help when it comes to reproducing. Like we're at a crisis of civilization, and Ye is the main thing of discussion. Come on, man.
The whole chat exploded with Ian 20 based off what he just said.
Hell yes, that's because it's real, dude. We are in an inflection point with the internet video where our minds are melding, and it's time for the Christ energy to come out of us, each of us individually. It requires each of us to speak our mind. Together, we can do it.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Congratulations
But-
for being here with me.
well, it is. It's
People
all
are
about,
also asking if you dropped acid today.
Negative.
Well, no, but
ask
Ian
him.
has a point because I think I talked about this last time. But we are, you know, energetic beings, so we're vibrational. So we can either be high vibrational or low vibrational, and like that's why they say misery, you know, loves company. We're like energetic, like magnets. So you're right. It's like that's our Christ-like energy within us, and so we kind of tend to, you know, gravitate towards people that have that similar energy.
They call it sympathetic vibration in science, where one object will vibrate and then another one of a similar structure across the room will start to vibrate. So the human bone, for instance, is a crystal, made of crystal.
People are saying Ian 20 and even Ian 100 after that last one.
I'm telling you, man, this is what's happening. This is either it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that humans want, is someone to step up and become the second coming, or I think all of us together are creating the second coming of the Christ energy. You never put your faith in one individual.
Preach, Ian. And I love what we have in the chat because I'm always in the chat every single episode. I try to read every single chat, and whenever someone makes a point,
Bryson Gray's in the chat, my man, Bryson Gray. You're the man, Bryson.
Everyone in the chat always rates everyone's performance from 1 to 20, and you can see
1
like,
or 20.
Yeah, but sometimes it's 15, sometimes it's 5. It depends. And it's usually, you're right, it usually is 1 or 20. But I think that's awesome in the chat room, and it's good seeing that feedback automatically.
I pictured
so keep ranting.
I pictured
Ian.
an alternate reality where I ran after Kanye when they left, and then had a conversation with him, and he was like, "Let's go back in," and we come back in, and the articles were like that would have read, Kanye West storms off of Tim Pool interview, comes back with Jesus, and it just shows Kanye with a frown, like same frown on his face, but I'm there next to him because people tell me I look like Jesus.
Well, the
in
whole
pictures.
episode, you're hoping that Kanye comes back. You're like, is he going to come back? Is he going to?
He was hanging out.
That would have been
He was-
the
he was hanging
episode
out
that changed the world if he came back and I was sitting there and people were like, that guy looks like Jesus. Christ is here. Like, I'm not saying I want to be like Jesus. He inspired me. That idea that someone could be like that in reality. I like long hair, you know, whatever. I don't really care about the look. It's just that's what I want.
Well, and to say that, like, I think that's why it's important that you do platform people like Nick Fuentes, Tim, because like people like you said, why it was important for them to go on Alex Jones to hear their thoughts. So it's like, you know, that's why it just sucks because the people wanted him to come on so bad. I wanted to hear both of them, and when they left, I'm just like sitting there like, oh, so anticlimactic.
It's kind of a crazy thing too, because I know there's a lot of things that people don't like what he said. They've made fun of a lot of things that he said, but he says a lot of things that a lot of people would agree with. When he was talking about nationalism, he was talking about working class stuff. Like, you don't get to hear that. You only get to hear the worst possible thing, and that's probably one of the reasons why they don't want someone like him to have a platform. Of course, I think he believes things that are wrong. Completely disagree with, but then he'll also say something where you're like, oh, okay, then it's humanizing. If someone like Fuentes can come on and say he's not racist, that he thinks people are different, but everybody can get along.
And it's the
You
perfect,
can call him a liar and all that stuff, but have the conversation.
It's the perfect allegory of Christ. He was defending the weakest, the prostitute, and was like, if any of you are sinless, then criticize. Who here has not done something wrong that would get them canceled? Every one of us has done that.
Ian once explained how to make chloramine gas. You know?
Live.
Ian's vibing tonight. I
He's
like
vibing.
Ian. Yeah, he's vibing.
He's vibrating.
Yeah, for
Literally.
sure.
Yeah, man, this has been on my mind a lot. The last few
But
days. We
I
gotta
just have to
compassion.
admit, and for me, once again, being a stan, Nick Fuentes is hilarious and he's funny, and I do think he is a little misunderstood because I really don't think, now Kanye, where he's going, I think he's watched a lot of those, Black Hebrew Israelite type documentaries.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, Farrakhan. So he's kind of like in that, like, there's an evil cabal of people, the Jewish Illuminati.
Right.
I think Nick's maybe was in that at one point and kind of realized it's a little nuanced because let me just tell you something. I'm a full-blown conspiracy theorist. There is an evil group of people, but it's from all different groups of religion and society. It's not one, it's a secret group. We're not in it, but it's not just one group. Because I know so many great Jewish people of every, denomination. So it's not.
But Ye didn't say Illuminati. He didn't say any of that.
I know, that's
He
what I'm
just said
trying to
the Jews.
say.
Did you guys see the Jimmy Kimmel video about Fuentes? I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, right?
What do you mean?
Kimmel played a clip of Fuentes talking about how there are gay men who have slept with women. So that must mean being with
Who
women.
said that?
Fuentes.
There's a clip.
yeah.
Clip.
There's a clip.
Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry.
But I'm like,
that was hilarious.
Do they not realize he was joking? Like it was a bit.
Of
Like
course.
he was being funny. And they're like, haha, look at how dumb he is. And it's like, you guys.
You missed the joke.
He's being
like-
sarcastic.
It was a bit and it was funny.
Yeah.
And this happens all the time on Twitter, and it's become like a meme where like the left doesn't understand when someone is being sarcastic or making a joke. They think everything's literal.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
I once was saying that one of the divides in the culture war is the right is willing to believe certain things may be jokes, and that could be dangerous when they're not, but they're willing to look for the humor and try and give someone the benefit of the doubt. And the left thinks everything is literal all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously not literally all the time. They think things are literal. Like many of them will take everything literally. Even when I tweeted something like the intelligence agencies that crafted me into a personality had it right. Prop someone up to take all the heat. I'll have to have a conversation with my handler. And I had people being like, so you admit it? And like, you'd think they're joking. But there's like long-winded responses there. People like, we see you and we know who you're working with and stuff like that. And I'm like, these people think that was real? Like they think I'm being serious when whatever, man. There's only so much I can do,
Well, and sarcasm's lost on both sides, to be honest, but more so on the left.
For sure in text. That's a big problem with modern cultures. People are trying to use text to tell sarcastic jokes, and it's not there. There's no context.
Yeah, a lot of people take themselves too seriously as well.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I got someone said that the show is staged. I got here a script that from the Zuby episode.
There
I
we
was going
go.
to ask if you had another copy of that. 'cause I
Yeah,
don't
this
have my
was
lines.
delivered by Jack Posobiec himself. We filmed it. He's on camera delivering this in a little wagon, and then we read the lines. Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.